Okay. Are we back? Is it happening? Am I doing it? Hold on. I accidentally closed the OBS. Oh gosh. Okay. That's a good start to our limited time that we have today. Let's let's just go to my channel here and see. Yep. Okay, so we are still streaming. I just need to be careful of what programs like open and close and okay, we're good then. Wow. That's a great start. Okay. So how am I going to do this? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I can't share all my screen. I have yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So we have this little top part to play with. That's fine. Let's open programs. Okay, so let's make a new project. And that's kind of okay, honestly, that we should treat this like a little tutorial. So, so people who want to mod with my project can. So, here it is. This is going to be kind of an unofficial tutorial thing, I guess. So we need to make sure that we're in C#. I don't care about platforms. We also want to make sure that it's a library, and then we're going to use a class. We need a different one. Yes, the .NET framework right there. Click next. We got that, and then we're going to go ahead and make a project name. Let's call it, oh gosh, why did they make you? Okay, I'm just gonna call Alpha Centaur. I don't know. Okay, why do they make you have a project name when you don't even know what your project's really gonna be just yet? Uh, Soulstone, sure. I don't know. Location of my thingy here. Yeah, because this is a mod, and then we'll just say Soul Stone, select folder, solution name. This is fine. You know what? I'm gonna just I don't like. Yeah. Maybe underscore. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. .NET framework of 3.0, I think. 3.5. That seems more familiar. Hold on. Okay, give me a second. I gotta hide my screen real quick. I just gotta make sure that this is correctamundo. Let's just take a little look-see here. Properties. Application. This is .NET Framework 3.5. Okay, so we're good. So now I can open my thing back. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. And now, so we have 3.5 Soulstone. Create. Aha. So here we are. We have this, which you can kind of see here. Oh, maybe I can do this. And then like extend this so it's a little bit full screen for you guys. Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. That shouldn't be a problem at all. Okay, so I'm just going to clean up the project a little bit. Let's just do main here. Namespace is a must-have in this case. Then we have, so this is just, how about we just do this, plug in Soul Stone mod meta. No, let's just do. Yeah, let's just do main for now. I don't really. It doesn't matter. We can always just rename that. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. Let's add references. This is super important. So let's just go ahead and browse for anything like that. So we need to go here. Program files, Steam apps, blah, 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 blah. Well, common, and there we go, timber and stone. Oh God, there you are. Plugins. No, this is the right place. Okay, so then data managed. We need this. Do we need anything else? Unity, smoothing. No. Oh, we do need Unity engine. So we do need this one. We need assembly C#. Yes, that's it. Okay, add those two. Click OK. So we have both references to Unity and the actual plugin. That's very helpful for us. Now, what do I need again? Is this version the one that I'm using that has plugin manager mod? Hold on. So if we go to references here and we view object in the browser, just take a little look-see here, assembly C# here. Go down and go to API, a plugin. Okay, so we need to make sure that this is a plugin, but is this... Okay. I can't remember if we need mod meta and all that stuff with this yet. I don't remember if I... Yeah. I don't know yet, okay? Anyway. Generate the... No, don't generate the constructor. I want... Generate overrides. Where's that? It's been a while since I've been in Visual Studio. Where is it? Is it here? Do I need to... I think I remember I have to, like... No, I thought it would be there. A plugin. Well, this one would need to implement all the interfaces, but I specifically had it as an abstract because I wanted to be able to... Yeah, so make sure that you're using the namespace Timber and Stone API, just so then you have access to a plugin abstract here. I don't know where the overrides are here. Hold on. There definitely should be. Okay, hold on. So let me just go to the definition here, and then I can get all this stuff here. So public override string mod name. Okay, so yeah, that's what that... Okay. Maybe it doesn't auto-generate it because it's already like has data. I can't remember. I don't know. Mod name. Soulstone. Override. Oh, we can just do it like that. That's nice. Mod description. A souls collection, a souls mod, ... I don't know yet. Override. Mod version. This is going to be very important for us, and it's a string, just so then you can add your little whatever you need. Oh yeah. I remember I did add something. Okay, hold on. I don't think this is the right version of the project. I think I was fiddling around with adding some pretty cool features with plugin, meta, assignment, all that stuff, but oh man, that sucks. I really liked that. On enable. Yes. So whenever we enable the mod, we want to be able to do all of our stuff here. Okay, very cool, very nice, and sweet. I'm gonna put on some music because I got to use the bathroom. Oh yeah, that's right. This is a okay, let me put on some tunes from the okay. Oh shoot. Okay. Do. Oh. What's going on? Why is my browser being so weird and freezing my computer up? There should be no reason for this. Okay. I am just trying to do something. How do you... why is this so difficult? Oh, maybe this is it? Yes, okay. Yes. You can't hear it. Okay. Hold on. Jeez Louise. Okay, hold on. What the heck? Why is there so many of them? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I'll just let that play in the background, whatever. It's probably going to play some really bad music, but that's just, whatever. Anyway, okay, so we have this. While I was in the bathroom, I've been thinking about, like, what I wanted to do. So I'm thinking, let's go ahead and make let's make an event listener here. We can't name it event listener. Let's name it like, I don't know what I want it to. Let's just keep it in main. Yeah, who cares? Okay. So we need to listen for mods. So we need to make sure that this is iEvent listener. So we need to make sure that we listen to an event. But on enable, we need to tell it that this. So we need to event manager, not iEvent manager, event manager. Register this. Yeah, it needs maybe that. Give me just a second. Okay. So now we're registering ourselves inside of the event manager so then we can listen to any of the actual events that we want. So let's just make it public void on enemy death. A event. No. Event, migrant, accept, deny, mine, trade, kill, death, entity death. Okay. Entity death, or we just do EVT just to kind of keep it simple. EVT dot. We can get the unit. So, does it tell result? Units, casket units. Unit dot death, draw, deselect. So first off, let's just see, okay, if EVT unit does dot faction does not equal control player dot no. This would be GUI manager dot get instance dot controller object dot get component. This is super. I hate this. I didn't set this up, but whatever. Control player player faction work. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Wait, what? Well, okay. Get in. No. Controller object dot get component control player I swear there was a faction. What's the definition here? World manager, get instance. Okay. I see. So world manager dot get instance dot player faction. Possible version. Wait, what? We can get the ID of the faction. I guess that works for now. So if the ID... Okay, I know this is stupid, but bear with me. It doesn't matter. I just need to get this to work. So if the faction ID of the death is equal to the ID of our player faction, then we're just going to return, because we're not going to collect the soul. We don't need the soul of our own faction. So let's go ahead and let's do some more magic here. Let's go ahead and... So now we can assume that anything that gets past this return statement is a enemy that has died, or anything else that has died. Now we have to see if the cause of the death is because of the player faction. So, for example, if an enemy was killed by an archer, we collect the soul. So, to do that, this on enemy death, it doesn't really give us very much detail, unfortunately. Let's just show you here. Let's go to the definition here. So this gives us the unit, but it doesn't give us like any kind of reason for this. So let's just, for the sake of argument, let's just show you what this should be. So this might be a new thing that I have to add into the my API here. A new fix. On enemy hit, event damage, something damage taken. Let's just go to the object browser here. Go to event. Game load, level up, migrant, mine, trade. Maybe you have to loot. I don't know. That seems like if. That would be a workaround for now, but yeah, entity death. Thought there would be maybe it's in the actual like class here. Maybe it's in the actual like damage taken is in the whatever you call the entity class here. Yeah, but I don't know. That's more of like in a function, so I don't think that would in a method. So I don't think that would actually help us here. So I think okay. Well that okay. Give me just a second. I'm going to run through the code and see exactly how this is working out, because I might need to add that to our thing here. So let's go. I'm just going to like talk while I do this. I'm going to take a drink real quick. Okay. So I need to grab wherever this is. So event entity death. Okay, and so then we need to also get the killer. So get killer is something that we're going to add to this. Although this also... So we're just going to return null as a default because we don't... well, if we don't return null... If we don't return null, the problem will be that if the entity dies of starvation, well, there's not a killer. I mean, you could make an argument that the killer was starvation, but I mean more like an entity. So the killer would be the entity. So we could say get killer. We could also well, I don't think we'll flesh this out very much, you know. People could just assume if the get killer is null, that it was from a non-entity reason, instead of making like a whole type, like, oh, the type of death was blah blah blah, like starvation. I mean, maybe that would be handy for maybe future things, for other things. I don't know. Okay, this is just getting too complicated. Let's just focus on the get killer. So entity death. Okay, and then we'll go to this. So on death. So this is being called on all of these. This is okay. If task is dead. Okay. Wow, this is going to be a lot harder than I thought. Because I thought it would be triggered based off of... Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay, there we go. Take damage. Incoming damage. Okay, this is actually where we set this. So on death. All right. The killer. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so we just set this public a living entity killer. Let's just get that and then have that there. And then we can say a living entity killer equals null. Okay, you can't see this code, but let me... Oh, yeah, you can't see this code. Okay, yeah. So this makes sense. Okay, so this killer. So there we go. So that works there now. And next, we just got to register. Wait. Okay, so let's just make a little fix here. So let's do a living entity killer equals null. And so that makes sure that we can do that. And then on to death, this. And then we can also say killer. Yeah, that's good. So that will help us out with that. So booyah. Okay, so then on death, we just want to say killer. So wait, what? What is this? What is going on here? Why is this a thing? Why is there a double check if hit points? That doesn't make any sense. So this is okay. Maybe like okay, that might have unattended consequences, but anyway, I know you can't see what I'm doing. I know it's all confusing because there's nothing on the screen, but I swear to you, it's confusing me too. So you're not missing much. Killer. Okay. So that's good. Okay, so if we click start here, there are build errors. Well, maybe don't build those errors. Oh, of course. Living entity killer equals null. So these are overrides. So these might. Okay, but they're doing. No, this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Yep. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we got that figured out. Now I just gotta. There are more build errors. Well, show me all the build errors. There we go. Okay, so now we fixed that. Okay, so is this gonna, do I have to get killer? There we go. There we go. So if the killer, we can also, okay, we can also do this. So a playable entity killer equals event dot get killer, and if the killer equals null, then let's return because we weren't killed by a entity. Did the wrong entity. So if the killer equals null, then just return because we're not gonna do that. And then we want to make sure. So if killer dot faction does not equal world manager dot get instance dot player faction dot id, then oh, you know what? Why am I doing it .id? I could just cast that into an iFaction, right? Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, you dumb idiot. You dumb idiot. Oh, oops. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. This, and then we don't need the ID part here. There we go. Okay, so if the killer's faction does not equal our faction, then we're just going to return because we don't need to collect the soul for other factions. We just need to collect the soul for our faction. Next, we need to let's make a private integer called souls. Let's set that to 0. And then let's just increment that by 1. And then we do just get rid of that. And then we need to like have a counter. So we need to do a GUI, and doing GUIs in the main class is not something I would recommend doing. I don't even know if I want to do that, because that means that we would have to create a whole new instance of this, and I don't feel comfortable doing that. Yeah. Okay, let's just do... Can I do a... Yeah, that's fine. Clean that up. Let's make this a public. Let's make it internal. Who cares? You don't need to know this. Mono behavior. A main. A game GUI. Oh, this is already like a mono behavior thing, so that's fine. Generate constructor. Override. I think override draw is the one that we want. I'm just gonna do no. Label. New rect. Let's do that like at a very odd number. 140, 140. Width is going to be 140, 140. Very, very nice. And then we'll just do main dot souls dot toString. So that will display the number of souls that we have. Then we need to register our GUI. So we need to go up here on enable GUI manager dot register. No. It's GUI registry dot register GUI souls GUI. There we go. And then we go ahead and a few other things here. Properties. Good. Build events. Oh, goodness. So we need to copy... Yeah, we need to copy our... I don't remember. Copy? This is such a weird command line thing. I always hated this, but I'm just going to copy the one that I have for the actual Mithril thing here with a few changes. There we go. Delete the target file inside of there. So instead of all of this, we're going to do plugins. Let me just make sure that that's right. Yes. That would be like in here. Then we're going to copy /yes our target path to the plugins folder. Okay. Then we're going to start an application. So we need to go debug, start external. Let's paste this and then go to Timber and Stone and open this executable. Working directory, we're going to put it as this here, sure. Then we click start. Soulstone. Continue. Now, I think, if I remember correctly, this is... oh, spawn enemies. We do want enemies, so yes. Oh, yeah. 0 is our total souls collected. So that's good. I don't care. We just gotta find an enemy. Do I? I don't think I have, like... Oh, I do have an archer. Let's just go out exploring. Maybe I should also make it to where you can see him no matter what, because you have him selected. Little tweaks here and there. I have spawn enemies on, right? Yeah. Come on. Where's the enemies? I need them. I need their souls. Come here. They're not over this way, probably. Although, also, I just want to make sure that everybody knows this. Enemies spawn on the edge of the map. So that's kind of like why I'm traversing the edge here. Okay, let's just make this. Let's just spawn some factions here. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Okay, so there should be some enemies spawned, I think, hopefully. The heck? That is weird. Is there a bug going on? Am I experiencing? Oh, there we go. There we go. Wow, that's a lot of wolves there. That's a lot of wolves. I just need to kill one. I just need to kill one. This is not working. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Arrow.fix update. Not set to an instance of an object. Living update. Okay. That did not work. Okay. So something's up here. We're definitely registering this. So we're getting an error. But it's not. This is weird. I'm just gonna, for prosperity's sakes, I'm just going to pause the game when enemies are spotted. Because I just need something to die. And also pause the game. Ah, shoot, I saved it. Ah! Now this save's ruined. Dang it. Well, not really. Yeah, it's still 0. Even though Wolf was slain by Nigel. If the killer faction does not equal our faction, return. If the killer is null, return, which makes sense. Let's just combine those. If the faction of the killed is not our faction, if the faction does not equal or is equal to our faction, return. So any kind of death that is us is our faction, then don't do anything. Something is null here. Killer equals null. Give me a second. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. Yep. Has died. Is slain by. Oh, okay. Hold on. Killer is spotted. Hold on. So if we do it like this, this actually might work here. Click the start. Then we shall okay. Now we shall see if this works. Slain. Yeah, there's some wolves that died, but still we're at 0. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Okay. Okay, let's see. So well, yeah, I can return a null, so I don't know what that's going. So if it equals null, then just return. If it's okay, hold on. Okay. Aha. Wait, no. Hold on. No. So if the killer equals null and our faction is not the killer, so it's plus. I'm just okay. I don't know if I should be casting this into a faction. Maybe there's let's just test this out. just don't understand. Okay, what is going on? Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Actually, this actually is not how I should be handling this either. Because that's just okay. Yeah. So we gotta just do a plain on death. Unless the killer was spotted, so if yeah. I mean, I don't think this is gonna fix the issue, but we'll see. No. 0. Wait. It can't be. It can't be. There's no way. Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not that stupid. Okay, so what is going on? What is the problem here? I'll just keep that just in case I don't, fuck it. Goodness. Okay, instead of adding this complexity, actually, let's go ahead and just do this. I just want to test if the killer is, in fact, not Noel. And we'll worry about all this faction stuff later. And even, like, if the faction... Oh, my God. There we go. Okay, so, yes. Let's just see if that works. Because, man... Is it because I didn't have that? No, there should be a lot of souls being collected there. Am I just handling this all wrong? Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. No, why is it doing that? Okay. So that's right. Register this, that's right. So apparently our killer is being set to null for some reason. Why is that? That shouldn't be the case. Okay. I'm just gonna make a lock here. Let's see what happens. So yeah, that is not working. So I think the killer is null, or either this is not being called at all. So let's just... Let's just test this out. Okay, there has been deaths. So yes. So this is being called. So our killer, for some reason, is null. Okay, so what in the world? What is the difference between... Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. I'm just a big fat idiot. Okay. So now if we do that, get rid of these logs, press play, continue. Oh god. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Which what? Error event entity death. Okay, hold on. What if we were to do this and set that as null for now as a default? No? Oh, shoot. Okay. Soulstone, domain, unenemy, blah, blah, blah. What are you freaking talking about, dude? I made a check for that. Because our killer isn't initialized? What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Still an error. What? Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Is unit... Why is this so difficult to read? On enemy death, event, file name unknown, timber and stone, I don't know. What? Oh, God. That doesn't make any sense. I don't... Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That was perfectly fine. Are you talking about this? Because now we're adding, like, factions and stuff, and now it's complaining that something like that doesn't exist. Okay, what? Hold on. Let's just get rid of this check. So it does have something to do with the factions. Okay, give me a second. Let me look at the... I hate this. Factions are so stupid. This should be right. Player faction. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. The faction isn't set to an instance of an object? Is that what you're saying? But there's... If there's no killer, then... What the fuck? So there is a killer... so confusing. What the fuck? My brain is dead. What are you talking about? Is this null? Why is this? Because I'm getting an error like at the very, 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 very beginning of the initialization here. Yeah, like 3 errors for some reason. I don't understand. What is null? World manager? It shouldn't be. It's a instance. It should be like the first, almost the first thing that, okay. What? I mean, and it exists too as a mono behavior, right? Yeah. So I don't understand that. Plus, if the killer is null, then don't do this. Oh, wait. There's an and sign, so it does both of them. Am I a dumb idiot? Let's just... for maybe, hopefully. Fuck off. Yeah. I'm a dumb idiot. If the killer equals null, return. Yeah. But wolf is slain, and I'm still at 0. Yes, am I an idiot again? Twice over? Wolf is slain. Okay, so why is it still 0? Wait. No, we don't want to return if our player faction is the same as the killer faction. What? Why is it still 0? Okay. I am now utterly and just flabbergasted and confused. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop here because wow. It's been a while since I touched code, so please forgive me. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.